Welcome to the PB Laser Extreme 3 Chuck Tube Laser System. This is the heavy-duty edition. And I want to be very clear about something from the start. When you invest in automation at this level, you are not buying a laser. You are buying uptime. You are buying predictability. You are buying margin protection. Because in structural steel, one bad system decision can cost you years. This system is engineered for decades of industrial duty, not marketing decades, mechanical decades. We're talking about processing 12-meter or 40-foot linear steel, up to 25 inches, 650 millimeters, that's over half a meter in diameter. Round, square, rectangular, channel, angle, H-beam, I-beam, W profiles. This is serious kick-ass structural territory, not ornamental. Now, look at the loading system. This is not a light-duty feed tray. You're handling massive beams, long beams, heavy beams. And when you're moving 40 feet of structural steel, inertia becomes part of the conversation. Momentum is real. So what we've built here is a fully automated heavy-duty loading system designed to handle those large sections without manual lifting. No forklift dance, no two guys risking life and limb trying to guide 2,000 pounds into position. No unnecessary risk. That reduces setup time. It improves safety. And it keeps production continuous. We've condensed portions of the loading cycle here so you can focus on the mechanical choreography. In production, every movement is deliberate, controlled, and engineered for longevity. But what I want you to focus on is the scale, the size, the stability. When the machine slows down later, around minute 6, you'll see real cutting time. For now, you're watching beam handling. This matters more than people realize. Now let's talk about what we call static cutting technology. Traditionally, tube lasers move the beam aggressively on the linear guides. We reduce that movement. Instead of constantly shifting mass back and forth, we utilize the cutting head's axis more intelligently. It's almost like adding a secondary y-axis movement strategy. What does that mean for you? Less linear travel, less wear and tear, less repair, less vibration, way less energy consumption, and with rates always increasing, that matters. More long-term precision. That's how you design a machine to last 10, 15, hell, 20 years in real production. And no, we're not calling you in 6.5 years with that polite corporate voice saying, "Unfortunately, your platform has been sunset." Translation: open your wallet, cause we have an $18 million booth at FabTech to pay. We leave that engineered obsolescence circuit to the big 6. We build our own chucks, in-house. Over 10,000 of them at the time of this video, running in more than 3,000 machines worldwide since 2015. So, if you need a special pressure tube 9 years from now, we'll have it. Because we don't design machines to expire. And we don't price parts like ransom notes. Industrial equipment should age like a tool you trust, not like a smartphone. And we won't invoice you like we're funding a yacht for the CEO. You'll notice sometimes we register, touch off, and cut specific areas first, especially flanges. That's not random. There's a sequencing strategy. By cutting flanges first in certain applications, we relieve stress and allow sections to break away cleanly when intended. That prevents distortion and protects final tolerances. This is software intelligence layered on top of mechanical stability. Watch this linear guide movement. The chuck moves out of the way so the cutting head can access the opposite side. But more importantly, the cutting head can move within this span. That means less machine travel overall, less movement equals less wear. Longevity isn't accidental, it's engineered. Electrically, we build with Schneider components, SMC pneumatics, world-class suppliers, no mystery relays, no corner cutting on infrastructure. We also integrate automatic lubrication systems to keep precision components running smoothly. The entire system is designed around low maintenance and high uptime. That's not marketing language. That's maintenance philosophy. Now let's talk about installation and training. We don't drop a machine and leave. We spend over a week with you after installation. Engineer-led training. Not a tech reading from a laminated checklist. We train you into production because a laser sitting idle is not automation, it's decoration. Now you're seeing bevel cutting and multi-side access. Notice how earlier we were cutting on one side of the center chuck. Now we've repositioned and are cutting on the opposite side. That allows full end access and complex joint geometry. Bevel capability opens up structural fabrication opportunities that plasma cannot match in precision or finish. Parts fit together properly. Less adjustment, less welding correction, less rework. You'll see reference points being cut. Sometimes the machine trims an inch off the front. Why? Because it doesn't assume the stock is square. It verifies. If the end is rough or crooked, we trim it so nesting and geometry start from a clean baseline. Precision begins with discipline. Now watch the software strategy as it cuts thicker flange areas. There's a sequence, a pattern. Cuts are placed strategically so pieces break off when intended, not prematurely. That protects the part and protects the machine. This is intelligent automation, not brute force. Now look at beam support. When you're cutting long beams, they flex, they sag, they shift. So we use smart support systems on both in-feed and out-feed that automatically track and lift the material as it moves through the system. It adapts to square, rectangular, angle, and channel shapes. That keeps the material in optimal cutting position throughout processing. Stable beam equals stable tolerance. So let's step back. This is not about flashy specs. It's about building a production system that reduces energy cost, reduces labor drag, reduces material waste, reduces downtime, and increases structural precision. If you are still processing structural beams with manual handling and heavy grinding cycles, your competitor who adopts a system like this will quietly gain margin against you. That shift doesn't happen loudly. It happens in the background. And then one day you wonder why they're quoting lower and still profitable. So talk to us about your application. Send us your toughest profile. Let's look at your material flow, your labor, your bottlenecks. And let's make next year the most profitable year your fabrication business has ever seen. With equipment designed to run for decades, not just survive a warranty.